and gentlemen, may we rise for the national anthem, thereafter, UI anthem. Of the greatest UIs, of the greatest UIs, of the greatest UIs, greatest Gbagba, greatest Gbogbo, greatest Bigbi, greatest A. Please take your seats. Your Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria, and visitor to the University of Ibadan, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Oyo State, and special guest of honor at this memorable event, Engineer Seyi Makinde, FNSA. His Imperial Majesty, Oba Ige, Owolabi Olakuleyin, the Olubadan of Ibadan land, Vice Chancellor, University of Ibadan land, and Chief Host at this event, Chairman, Nigerian Ports Authority, and Chairman at this remarkable location. Other principal officers of our university, members of council, Our distinguished honorees, members of Senate, Provost of the College of Medicine and Postgraduate College, President, University of Ibadan Alumni Association Worldwide, Deans of Faculties, Director for Institutes and Centers, heads of departments, National Executive Council of UIAA Worldwide, past presidents of UIAA Worldwide, chairmen and members of UIAA chapters, chairmen and members of UIAA branches, chairman and members of Dinner and Awards Committee, staff and students of the University of Ibadan, our members from the our preference from the media, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Executive Council, UIAA Worldwide, I welcome you all to a celebration of excellence, UI Senior Advocates of Nigeria's Dinner and Awards. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, today we are gathered here to recognize and celebrate outstanding achievements of alumni who have attained the pinnacle of legal distinction in Nigeria. Your remarkable journeys from the hallowed chambers of our university to the pinnacle of the legal profession inspire us all. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may we put our hands together for all our distinguished honorees. To honor you, Your Excellency, we are also celebrating your legacies. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, at this event, it is my honor to formally welcome the Executive Governor of Oyo State, Engineer Seyi Makinde, being ably represented at this event by the Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Oyo State, Barrister Abiodun Aikomo. I also recognize, specially, and present to you an outstanding Nigerian distinguished boardroom executive, currently the chairman of Nigerian Post Authority, and distinguished senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Adedayo Adeyeye. The chairman, sir, I want to go through you to apologize seriously to one of our distinguished celebrants today. He submitted his entry to be included in this program booklet which you have with you. Then his friends, well-wishers, and parents even paid for the goodwill message in that booklet too. The father is here with him. His other brother is here with him. But his entry is not included in this booklet. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please join me. Please join me as I publicly apologize to Akin Adesomaju, SAN. We are indeed very sorry, sir. It's a huge omission. Thank you so much, sir. Let me also recognize another distinguished academic, diligent researcher, 12th Vice Chancellor, University of Ibadan, Professor Abel Idowu Olayinka. I nearly added SAN after your name, sir. That will be another huge mistake. I also recognize the second UI graduate to become a senior advocate of Nigeria, His Excellency Are Asiwaju Adeneji Aketola, SAN. Why I addressed him as His Excellency, that is UI 75 ambassador. Another round of applause for Adeneji Aketola. I recognize and present to this wonderful assembly another distinguished academic, the President, UIAA Worldwide, Professor Sawua Gabriel Injitio. chairman, sir, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I also recognize and present specially to you two-time Commissioner for Health of your state, Dr. Otumba Bola Adetunji. It is also my honor to present to you a prominent politician in Oyo State, Chief Ademola Ayoade. I also recognize and present to you especially one-time local government chairman for Itesiwaju local government, Honorable Shupo Olayode. Recognizing specially, I present to you one-time member of the governing council of this university, outstanding public servant, former President General Central Council of Ibadan Indigenes, Ààrẹ Mayegun of Ibadan Land, Chief Mustafa Adebayo Oyero. This evening, 36 UI produced senior advocates of Nigeria will be celebrated. At the appropriate time, we take their citation one after the other so that they can inspire future generations of UIs and Nigerians. Mr. Chairman, sir, our time is fast spent. I will take other recognitions later. As I invite the President, UIAA Worldwide, Professor Gabriel Yitio, to please step forward and present its welcome address. Mr. President, sir.
Greatest UITs. Greatest of the greatest UITs. Great. The chairman of this occasion, Senator Adedayo Adeyeye, the special guest of honor, His Excellency, the Governor of Oyo State, Engineer Seyi Makinde, ably represented by the Commissioner Commissioner of Justice and Attorney General of Oyo State, the representative of the Olubadan or Ibadan land, distinguished former Vice Chancellor, or we may call the immediate past Vice Chancellor of University of Ibadan, Professor Ebe Idowu Olayinka, and the chairman of, please don't mind, I'm broken protocol, but I think I like the way in which the MC presented, but the former president of Ibadan Indigenes, distinguished awardees, our young awardees who are our scholarship winners from across the faculties, members, chairman, the members of the National Executive Council, University of Ibadan Alumni Association, chairman of branches and chapters, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to give you these brief welcome remarks. You know, and they say charity begins at home. Be that as it may, this welcome address is not all about charity. It is about the celebration of knowledge and sound judgment as encapsulated in our motto, Rector Sapé funds. It is also about celebrating excellence and achievement in the various areas of calling, particularly in the legal profession. We do this with all sense of pride because University of Ibadan was a latecomer to the production of law graduates, or the study of law. But within a short time, I think between 1984 and now, we have produced 37, and they are still counting. In fact, some say it's even 40. But we'll get there by compiling the right statistics. This homecoming event of our senior advocates of Nigeria, otherwise known as LENESIC, is also essentially about ensuring deeper connection with our alma mater in the most charitable way possible. It is, of course, a celebration carefully packaged by the Mother Association, the University of Ibadan Alumni Association Worldwide, to emphasize the good relations that exist amongst our members, both at home and in the diaspora. As an association, UIAA is committed to the preservation of our prestigious patrimony. The University of Ibadan, the first and best. UIAA is in the forefront of driving the alumni mission and vision of mentoring students, connecting alumni in order to cultivate donors for the purpose of giving back to their alma mater. We have so far strived to not only internationalize the association, but also seek out worthy and distinguished alumni of our university to come back home to contribute their quota to the growth of our alma mater. We have, in some instances, reached out to non-UITs who have excelled in their areas, in their careers, to deliver public service. They do this by delivering sometimes public service lecture and also contribute to the growth of our university. For our UI graduates, the most prestigious of such is the annual alumni lecture. Today, we celebrate our LENESIC. When I first muted the idea of celebrating the senior advocates of Nigeria who have in one way or the other studied at the University of Ibadan, I made quite a number of calls to some known Sikh, most of whom were very excited about the idea. But there was at least one person. He wasn't the first, she wasn't the first, but of course the first female senior advocate, Victoria Awomolo, who in my first telephone conversation with her asked me a pointed question. Why do you want to celebrate us? I quickly told her, because you are distinguished and distinguishing in your calling. I later learned on closer, further interactions with her that she is the first female UI SAN. She's also trained, transited from her background in the sciences to the study of law. She was a classmate of our immediate past Vice Chancellor, Ebe Idowu Olayinka, who is a foremost and renowned geoscientist, and is seated in our midst here today. Like Margaret Thatcher, the former Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, who studied chemistry at Oxford University before she proceeded to study law, LENESIC Awomolo also studied chemistry before turning to law, as she is now a senior advocate of Nigeria. How else could one be said to be distinguished, to be a distinguished person? She still owes us the debt of showcasing her political will. Most of us in this hall, most of you in this hall, and those absent for sufficient cause, are persons of distinction. Is Dr. Alex Zion, PhD, SAN, OFR, the first senior advocate of Nigeria that the University of Ibadan has ever produced. Or the second son, Chimaike Adeniyi Adetola, son, with several other appellations, who established an international law consortium. Or even is it our own Fidelis Mbadua, son, FMCI, and our immediate past first vice president, University of Ibadan Alumni Association. She continued to inspire us within our association, and he worked on to become first vice president. It is because of the commitments of the legal profession that he now acts from the background. He's also seated amongst us. That's why we have decided to invite you here to confer on you our most distinguished award. The implication of what we are doing here today is that let our prophets, our ambassadors, be recognized first at home before any other place. But we do expect some payback also. You are also being called upon to give back to your alma mater today or later. At this juncture, it is pertinent to remind our alumni, their family and friends that UIA has several areas in which one can give back to the alma mater and even to the association. UIA has, for example, an annual scholarship scheme for the best students across the faculties. Some of them will be presented their awards today. They have the highest CGPAs from the various faculties that they came from. They are in year 2. And so we looked at their result at the first year. And normally when you come to university, for you to do so well, it means the future holds bright prospects, because most times the transition from secondary school to university is a hard thing. But for young people who are able to keep the track, we really pray that you keep up the good work. And the Alumni Association wishes to honor you today. And with this interface, you also get some encouragement from this. We must not forget to mention the Dean, Faculty of Law, Professor Akintayo. Professor Akintayo is also here with us. Sorry if I'm mentioning you now, but maybe this is when he worked assiduously in reaching out to most of the learned sick that the alumni has had in their consortium. We thank you, Prof. You will have a time to give goodwill message to your students. You will operate with them at the level of mentor-mentee relationship, student-teacher. While we as alumni, we operate with them as friends with a common experience. Whether they study law or you study history like myself or whatever, we have a common patronage here, which we look at. The implication here is that at this juncture, it is pertinent to remind our alumni. Okay, what? There is there is also the other project, the Give a Token to our Alma Mater project, including the resuscitation of existing structures on campus. Even our hallowed tower court and some structures and offices around could also be revitalized in partnership with UIAA. The kind of effort will no doubt be a step in the right direction. These are the various ways in which alumni could give back to its member. Learned Sikh, we sincerely appreciate your honoring our invitation by taking time out of your busy schedule to be here. What a way to show that your alma mater is truly a caring mother. To our chairman of the day, distinguished Senator Adedayo Adeyeye, a former minister of the he also a former minister of the Federal Republic, the current chairman of NPA. He's also a lawyer of national and international repute, even though he has not devoted more time to the practice of law these days. He's into administration, boardroom politics, and so on and so forth. The choice of him as a chairman is a welcome development, and he was very cheerful when I approached him to help us. He considers it's a duty to give to his alma mater. Help me thank Senator Adeyeye. He's one of those distinguished alumnus. I think when he graduated in 1978, he came here and was saying today that the place has changed and changed for the better. Thank you, sir, and you're welcome to our alma mater again. Chairman, sir, I suppose that you have walked around the UIA alumni complex to form an opinion about what we are doing as an association and how best your organization, the Nigerian Post Authority, could support us. You are what do you call it? A philanthropist in your own right, building churches, schools in various communities. We also do know that you will also be able to at least look towards the direction of the alumni and see what you think you can do for us. To our Executive Governor, Seyi Makinde, ably represented by the Attorney General for Justice, UIA as an association would like to partner with your administration and to do whatever it is possible to support in whatever area that is possible. We have issues of energy supply on campus generally, and more particularly in alumni. If you take back the message to the governor, if he can also support us in terms of providing alternate energy to us, we would appreciate that very much indeed. For all the learned sick gathered here, we appreciate your efforts and your sacrifices for being present. I trust some of you arrived early in the course and visited your faculties and your departments and other areas of interest. The whole essence of coming together is to reconnect ourselves with our alma mater and feel the kind of camaraderie that we had while we were here. I thank you all, and I welcome each and every one of us who has gathered here today for a very joyous celebration of our highly distinguished, learned gentlemen of the sick. Thank you very much, and you are all welcome.
Thank you so much, President UIA Worldwide. Àtìgbà táláyé ti dáyé kò sọ́mọ UI tó ṣorí burúkú. Are you there? Àtìgbà táláyé ti dáyé kò sọ́mọ UI tó ṣorí burúkú. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me take another short time out to recognize some distinguished Nigerians at this remarkable occasion. I recognize in our midst an emeritus professor of medicine and the current president, ICOMA Worldwide, by the College of Medicine, Alumni Association, ICOMA Worldwide, Emeritus Professor Sam I. Omokodion. You are most welcome, sir. Let me also quickly recognize the distinguished presence of the Dean of Students, Baba Awomo KKK, Professor Adekeye Abiona. You are most welcome, sir. Thank you. The Dean Faculty of Basic Medical Sciences, Professor Yerunke Oduola. You are most welcome, ma'am. May I now shift the microphone to the chairman of today's occasion, a worthy alumnus of the University of Ibadan, a Tedderite by choice, very distinguished Senator Adedayo Adeyeye. The current chairman, Nigerian Post Authority. Representing the president, Ahmadu Bello University Alumni Association is Latif Abdulsalam, Esquire. You are most welcome, sir.
Greatest UIs, greatest UIs, greatest UIs. I know some other small universities, they call themselves great, but you are the greatest. UI is the greatest. We went to the greatest. Yes. Let me recognize the executive governor of Oyo State, Engineer Seyi Makinde, ably represented by his Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, present here. I also want to recognize the former Vice Chancellor, University of Ibadan, Professor Abel Olayinka, and other Vice Chancellors and former Vice Chancellors they are present. Let me also salute the chairman of the UI Alumni Association, Professor Nyichio, and his executive members. I also want to greet specially my brother and my in-law, who is one of the honorees, Mr. Adeniyi Akintola, SAN. And the other honorees who are here present. I went through the program, the brochure. I discovered that I know so many of them who are being honored today. So many of them. I was not in this university when law started. You know, I had not started when I left UI in 1978. Maybe if we had law then, I probably would have read law in UI. But as of that time, I entered UI in 1975 with my A-levels, which was quite good enough to make me do any course in the arts or social sciences or law. And we finished in 1978. The chairman of the Alumni Association was saying that when he approached me to come and be the chairman of this occasion, I readily agreed with enthusiasm. I want to say I did that because I had a profound sense of guilt when he talked to me. I asked myself, what have you done for UI since you left 1978? What have you given back? In what ways have you related with the school? The least I could do was to immediately agree. And I told myself, wherever I may be in the world, on that day I must be present. And this should be the beginning of my renewed association with the University of Ibadan. Because here is where I became a man. I entered this university as an 18-year-old boy from a village in Ekiti State. I didn't know anything. I had only been to Lagos and Ibadan once in my life. And then, suddenly I was here for holiday with my sister, and somebody said, he came to my sister's house and said, your brother's name had appeared in Daily Times. He had been admitted to University of Ibadan to read political science. And he said that just 2 days after I had been offered employment at customs, because my sister was selling beer, and I was helping her. And one custom man who used to come and drink there saw me and said, this boy, what are you doing? I said, I just finished A-levels from Christ School, Ado Ekiti. And the man said, do you want to work? I said, yes, sir. Come for interview. I went, and I was invariably offered employment. So I was looking forward to being on my own, having my own room with my radio and everything, be an independent person. And suddenly this man came to drink and said, I saw a name, Ma. I think this your brother. We gave him admission in University of Ibadan. So I told the man, I said, it's not me. I said, no, it's not me. No, I was not giving admission. Then the man went to the boot of his car and brought out Daily Times of the previous day. And lo and behold, the column in political science was the name Clement Adedayo Adeyeye. And my sister said, you have been given admission. You have to go and tell your mother in Ekiti, you are not going to do that job again. It pained me. I thought this was totally nonsense. I hated the man. I was angry. But invariably, when I entered UI, I saw the reason why my sister said it was the best option. Rather than go to do the work in customs, it was better for me to come to UI. Number one, I had the independence I craved for. We were 2 in a room in Teda Hall. We had the best food. They used to dry clean our clothes for us. We had Western Region bursary. We had federal loans and a lot of other things. There was no problem at all. We had sufficient money. And I became a man suddenly, because then I started drinking beer a lot because there was money. So University of Ibadan, I hold the school. It made me a man. I was a boy, then I became a man here. And like I said, this should be the beginning of my renewed relationship with this great institution. I want to especially congratulate the honorees of today. It is not easy to become a senior advocate of Nigeria. You have reached the pinnacle of your profession. I used to sometimes tell myself, I was called to the bar in 1987, but the fact that I didn't read law first, and the fact that I joined politics too early, because I had an encounter with Awolowo as far back as 1982 as a journalist, and my orientation changed to politics. In fact, Chief Awolowo was the one that encouraged me to read law. He said, if you want to have a real career, you want to join politics, you need to have a profession of your own. Because these military boys, they are still going to take over. And when they take over, you will go and be applying for a job again. So that's why I dusted my A-level certificate and applied to University of Lagos to read law. And I finished in 3 years, 4th year, law school. I did well. But by 1990, I was already campaigning for Shifalai for president. I had joined politics and MKO and so on. Where the president of the association met me was a very sober occasion where we met in Abuja. It was during the night of tributes for one of my classmates here in UI. We both read political science together, the late Senator Jonathan Swingina. Jonathan Swingina and myself finished from here in 1978. He was one of those people who came from University of Ibadan, Jos campus, which is now University of Jos. They were supposed to be the pioneer students of the University of Jos in 1975. But they rioted and said, no, they were admitted to UI. just campus. They must come to here, and they were all brought here in 1975. And we became very good friends. I was secretary of Political Science Association. He was my deputy, though older than me, because I was the youngest in the class. It was during the night of tributes that I met the chairman of the Alumni Association. And then we exchanged numbers, and he subsequently contacted me to come and be the chairman of this occasion. University of Ibadan is a great school. When we were here, we were being told by our renowned professors, people like Professor B.J. Dudley, my head of department, that UI was rated as number 6 in the entire Commonwealth. And we believed it. UI was rated as number 6 in the entire Commonwealth. That included Australia, Canada, universities in Canada and New Zealand. And why I agreed with him and with some of our other lecturers then was that there was a course we took. Then there was a exchange of professors between UI and some of the best universities in the world. There was a professor called Copsey who came from Harvard. He took us a course. And when the exam came, most of us scored something like 90-something% in political science. And Professor Dudley said it's not possible. He cut all the marks. If you score 90, you reduce to maybe something like 60. If you score 80, 50. If you score 70, 40. And the man said no. When he saw it, he said you can't cut the marks. Because these boys are as good as those in Harvard. Where I come from. They are as good as those in Harvard. And that made a lot of impression on me. So UI was a great school. It's still a very great school. It has produced many eminent Nigerians, including the honorees of today. It's a mark of the scholarly atmosphere here that within a short period of time, you could produce about 42 SANs. They say it's not 37. Sorry. My dear in-law there, which you know, I know you should know better, told me it is 42. And that's what I believe, it is 42. And next time when you are going to do it, you probably get 70. And you know, I checked the list. These are some of the best lawyers you can find in Nigeria. Eminent people. So I want to congratulate each and every one of you. I pray that God will continue to promote you in your profession. You continue to excel and do us proud. I believe that some other disciplines apart from law too, you have eminent people, and that you will also celebrate them in due course. In the field of medicine, in engineering, in social sciences, I produce a lot of people. I believe all those people should also be celebrated. Like you said, in my current position, I will see what I can do to give back to this university. Certainly is my priority, and I am going to make sure that I will do something very, very soon, by the grace of God. To everybody present here, these honorees are an inspiration to all of us, particularly the junior ones who are coming. You should strive to excel in your professions. Whatever you decide to do in life, please endeavor to do it very well. Do it very well and excel in it, and be a hero in your own way. Thank you very much. God bless all of you.
May we put our hands together once again for the chairman of this memorable occasion, distinguished Senator Adedayo Adeyeye. Thank you, sir. As we celebrate Your Excellence, our distinguished honorees, we salute your dedication, perseverance, and passion for law. Your achievements are a reflection of the high standards of excellence that this university bestows on you and all of us right from its inception. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this university has also been a hub of intellectual curiosity, creativity, and critical thinking, and our honorees today embody these values. Because you are our inspiration, today, Mr. Chairman, sir, the Alumni Association Worldwide wants to give scholarship to some outstanding students in our university, and which you are going to do on behalf of the UIAA Worldwide. May I now invite the chairman of the subcommittee on scholarship, very distinguished Professor Osadolo. As Professor Osadolo is stepping forward, let me also quickly recognize the distinguished presence of a member of council of this university and a professor of zoology, Faculty of Science, Professor Aina Adeogun. I also recognize a brand new professor of peace and humanitarian studies, Professor Ruth Adio Moses. You are most welcome, my sister.
Thank you so much. Chairman, sir, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure on behalf of the University of Ibadan Alumni Association Worldwide to present our 2025 UIAA Scholarship Awards to students of this university from different faculties and departments that have distinguished themselves to earn this scholarship. First on our list is Osewa Akimbola Oluwarami. Is he here? Please, once you hear them, come forth and take your... Please, can I quickly invite the president of the University of Ibadan Alumni Association Worldwide to do the formal presentation. Mr. President, sir. The next on our list is Afuye Precious Akinwale. Please appreciate them. Next on the list is Mufutau Ayobami Lukman. The next on the list is Bamikole Kajidat Boluwatife. The next is Ajibola Peace. Olajumoke Eniton, as the next on the list. Ruth Ayomide. Abdulatif Jamil. Oh, that's your student. Very good. Congratulations. Abdulatif Jamil. The next is Odutan Sahid Adeyemi. Please appreciate them. Felix Favor Informa. Felix Favor Informa. The next is Adebayo Ayomide. Next is Adedokun Marvelous. Marvelous. We have Torisha Egbomiwa. I'm sure very good. Nana. Congratulations. John Vida. John. Mr. Chairman, sir, want to appreciate you for giving us this opportunity to honor distinguished students of this university with this little scholarship award. Thank you so much, sir. God bless you.
Mr. Chairman, sir, let me also quickly recognize the distinguished presence of former chairman, State Basic Education Board, SUBEB, and the first Ajiroba of Ibadan land, very distinguished Professor Soji Adejuma. Professor Adejuma, where are you? Okay, you are most welcome. Now to the highlight of today's ceremony, and that is the presentation of awards. Control. Are we ready? Control. DJ. Control. Are we set? Okay. Mr. Chairman, sir, the first awardee this evening is His Excellency Asiwaju Adeniji Akintola, SAN, CON. Please step forward, sir. Sylvia Ogotade, I recognize you.
Akintola San. 60 years ago, Ibadan, and indeed Nigeria, was blessed. Adeniyi Akintola San. 60 years ago, Ibadan, and indeed Nigeria, was blessed with the birth of Adeniyi Michael Akintola San. He attended IVC Primary School, Sheni College. He later attended Nigerian Army School of Education, Ilorin, Ogun State Polytechnic, Abeokuta, the University of Ibadan, and the Nigerian Law School, Lagos. Adeniyi Michael Akintola San holds, amongst others, MSc Political Science, LLB Honors. A man born to fly despite his limiting background, Akintola San, armed with the art of steel, distinguished himself as a scholar of note when he became a celebrity in 1981 at the Ogun State Polytechnic, where he did the almost impossible of making an ABA at his HSC and an MBA at the University Cambridge Advanced Level Exams, even though he was without the privilege of a conventional secondary school education. Taking his destiny in his hands, he taught briefly at Mark Job Grammar School at Abeokuta between 79 to 81 to garner enough and train himself up to the university level, until his final year in 1984, when Chief Toye Ogunyemi, his adopted father and mentor, had to come to his aid and assisted in getting him a scholarship to go to the Law School, Lagos, through an Ibadan social club. The Lagelu 16, under the distinguished leadership of Alhaji Tunji Bello of blessed memory. He came out brilliantly at the law school. For a man who could not afford 4 naira to pay for his photograph on his graduation day, who could not afford the wig and gown to practice with, for 13 months to have made it up meritoriously to the zenith of his career at a relatively young age of 41 years, calls for a cheering ovation.
Mr. Chairman, sir, may I humbly invite you to do the presentation, sir. Thank you, sir. Mr. President, sir. Yes, join. Yes, sir. Sir? What I get 16, I don't want to be the gun. I first stop with and citation, but I did so much. Congratulations, congratulations. Your Excellency, Ashiwaju Adeniyi Akintola, SAN CON. The next recipient is Mr. Babatunde Adekunle Aiku, SAN. Mr. Chairman, sir. Mr. Chairman, sir. Mr. Chairman, sir, you will still present more, sir. Mr. Chairman, sir. Yes, sir. Thanks, sir. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we have decided not to present the citation anymore, except that of Mr. Akin Adesomoju, because of his own peculiarity. Sorry, sir. We apologize, sir. Please, sir. Just do brief presentation.
It doesn't agree with the arrangement we made.
That is the guardian of football. You see, they use seniority. They cannot allow it. They
Okay.
cannot fly. This is his writing, not my writing. Mr. Chairman, sir, please keep standing. You are presiding over the bulk of this ceremony. The next awardee is Mr. Oladipo Adekorede Olasope, SAN. Congratulations. Oladipo Adekorede Olasope, SAN. Congratulations. The next honoree is Mr. Abiodun Adedina Olatunji, SAN. Move closer, Mr. President. Move closer to them. The next recipient is Mr. Adeyinka Muyosore Kotoye, SAN. I think Kotoye is of noble belite. Where nobility is our pride. Mr. Chairman, sir, the next recipient is Mr. Bankole Joel Akomolafe, SAN, being ably represented at this event by his spouse, Mrs. Victoria Akomolafe. Please, after this one, we allow Mr. Chairman to go and take his rest, as we are not going to pay him presentation allowance. May I now invite our worthy honoree, Mr. Kende Olufemi Aina, SAN, being represented at this event by Barrister Niyi Makinde. May I humbly invite the 12th Vice Chancellor, University of Ibadan, Professor Abel Idowu Olayinka, FAS, to please do the presentation. Next is Mr. Abiodun Olanrewaju Olateru, SAN. question of law. The next worthy awardee is Are Sheun Olugbenga Ajayi, SAN. Yes, Mrs. Miriam Ajayi can accompany you to this podium, sir. We give you that honor, sir. Mrs. Sir, you can take your seat after this one, sir. Immediately. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. God bless you, sir. The next worthy honoree is Mr. Fidelis Chukwumuyi Mbaduga, SAN. I invite Chief Mustafa Adebayo Oyero, Are Mayegun of Ibadan land, to please step forward to do the presentation. One of our leading ancestors at UIAA worldwide. No, he's also my friend though. next worthy recipient is Mr. Johnny Agim, S.A.N. No. Chief Oyero. No, still, help us. Final segment. Akinbunmigbe Adesomoju, S.A.N. Let me invite Professor Akinbo Adesomoju to join him during the presentation session. Your Excellency, sir, Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Oyo State, Engineer Seyi Makinde, FNSC, being ably represented by the Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Oyo State, Barrister Abiodun Aikomanto. Please step forward and do the last segment of this presentation, sir. Your Excellency. Just a minute. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. About play Adesomoju.
Akin Adesomoju San is a highly accomplished lawyer with over 29 years of experience in legal practice. His illustrious career began at Anorugo and Company in 1995 and continued at Ajose Adeogun and Co., where he developed expertise in various areas of law. In 2003, he established his own firm, Akin Adesomoju and Co. The firm's focus areas include general commercial law, insolvency law, energy law, employment law, property law, corporate law, and general civil litigation.
Your Excellency, you still have 2 more to present, sir. Mr. Aderemi Oguntoye, S.A.N. finally, Your Excellency, Mr. Yusuf Olatunji Ogunride, SAN, member, Oyo State Judicial Service Commission. Mi ò rí ẹ̀ngbà tó wọlé. Let me invite all the celebrants to please move forward into this podium to take a good photograph with His Excellency. All our worthy celebrants, please come to this podium so that you can also take a good photograph with His Excellency and the chairman of today's event. Group photograph. Paparazzi, are we okay? Okay. Your Excellency and the chairman can leave. The Chief Akintola will now lead the pack of awardees to respond. Probably one after the other. I wouldn't know how you want to do it, sir. But, okay. But you are now in my court this evening, sir.
Us waiting. Seun will come up here. Are we set? Your Excellency, Ọmọlúàbí Olúwaṣèyí Abíọ́dún Mákindé, FNSE, our chairman of today's occasion, distinguished Senator Dayo Adeyeye, my own brother-in-law. You're welcome, sir. The president of the Alumni Association worldwide, Vice Chancellors here present, all the deans, especially our own dean, Faculty of Law, University of Ibadan, Professor J.O. Akintayo, all our invited guests, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of my learned brother sake, here present, and those who sent representatives, we want to thank especially our own university, the only university in the world. There are only 2 universities in the world, University of Ibadan and the rest. Many of us have been to other universities across the country, read there, obtained degrees and certificate therefrom, but there is no one like the University of Ibadan. That's the only university. We want to appreciate our president worldwide. Our dear president, where are you, sir? Oh, you should be here, sir. Okay, sir. We want to thank you specially on behalf of all the distinguished syndicates of Nigeria here present and those who are unavoidably absent here. I want to thank all of you. Let me make one correction on behalf of my colleagues here. There are 42 of us, syndicates of Nigeria, made over a period of 41 years. It has been an average of 1 per year, because the first set of our faculty graduated from the University of Ibadan in 1984. And hardly is there any set from then on to the year 2015. There has been no year without a syndicates of Nigeria coming out of the Faculty of Law. We want to thank our alma mater, thank all our lecturers, and the founding father of the faculty, John Weber. Mr. President, sir, we are most grateful to you, sir. I want to thank you most sincerely, and we do hope other universities, other faculties who have distinguished themselves over the years also be equally recognized in due course. I want to say here unnecessarily sir, that the product of the Faculty of University of Ibadan, Faculty of Law, have done so well across board and across the globe. I can say that. Even without being said, you only need to check the current documents you are using, which is tagged the Constitution of Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended. Most of these gentlemen here contributed immensely in shaping that document called the Constitution of Nigeria. There has been no amendment that has been done to that document that has not incorporated the contributions of these gentlemen one way or the other. Many of you are just parroting the Constitution about, but these are the gentlemen that actually made so many things possible through judicial process. We are grateful to you, sir. I want you to convey our sincere appreciation to the Vice Chancellor and all the teachers and lecturers of that faculty. We are most grateful, sir. Again, once again, ladies and gentlemen, we thank all of you for coming. We appreciate you all. Thank you very much.
we want you to collectively assist us in cutting this anniversary cake. Yes, sir. We want you to assist us in cutting this anniversary cake. Dean of Law, Professor J.O. Akintayo. Your goodwill message, sir.
The chairman of this occasion, distinguished Senator Adeyeye, His Excellency the Governor of Oyo State, President of UIA Worldwide, members of the executive, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It gives me a great pleasure on behalf of the Faculty of Law to welcome our senior advocates home. As it has been said, the law program in UI began in 1981. The first graduates graduated in 1984. The first set of UI lawyers were called to the bar in 1985. So that's 40 years ago. And because of these 40 years, God has been gracious to us as a faculty of law. A faculty that began in 2 bungalows, today is a multi-campus faculty. In the sense that we have faculty premises at Kwara Road. We also have the complex at Ajibode. Yes. The cutting of the cake. Let me invite Professor Aina Adiogun to help coordinate the cutting of the cake, and that will be done in a jiffy. The mic, please. Prof, mic.
Thank you, sir. Congratulations once again, sirs. We appreciate you. University of Ibadan will always be grateful to you for letting us interact with you from the beginning and up till now, and we hope we will get more interactions with you. So on behalf of the University of Ibadan, the Alumni Association of University of Ibadan Worldwide, I want us to cut this cake using the acronym UI SANS. So we're going to go with the spelling of UI and then SANS, because we are celebrating distinguished men of valor today. So can you give me a U, I, S, A, and a very long N. N. Thank you, sirs. Thank you, sirs. Thank you. We appreciate you.
My goodwill message continues. In 1985, the first set of UI lawyers were called to the bar. But interestingly, the university has always had a part with law. The university has been awarding LLD before it started awarding LLB. So we have distinguished Nigerians, citizens of the world, who are holders of the Ibadan LLD. Some of them, Taslim Elias, F.R.A. Williams, our lecture rooms, talks with materials provided by alumni. So I don't want to mention specific names so as not to embarrass some of them, but they have done well. But let me say that the part of the University of Law with law has been quite remarkable. The first president of UIAA, Chief Bola Ige, Senior Advocate of Nigeria of blessed memory, read law even after leaving the University of Ibadan. So we'll say that law has been there. It has been part of the life of UIAA, has been part of the life of the university. By the grace of God, I assumed office as Dean on 1st August 2024, the first alumnus to be so. Okay, let me yield to senior advocate.
Well, once again, I want to pray for indulgence, the patience so far. On behalf of my colleagues here, the Senior Advocate of Nigeria, who are products of the Faculty of Law, University of Ibadan, we want to make a pledge, and in doing so, consult the Dean and our President worldwide. Because bearing in mind that some of us are appointed ambassadors already and making contribution towards the development of the university. But this time around, we want to concentrate on our faculty, the faculty that produces us. And we will get across to the Dean and the President General, who will announce to you, sir, to all members of our university community, especially students and teachers of this school, what our body will do for the faculty this time around. Mr. President, please pardon us, it's not for the whole university this time around. As ambassadors, we are doing it. But this time around, we want to concentrate on our faculty. That's our announcement. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you very much, sir. Sir, before you leave, we stand on tripod, faculty, staff, students. May I invite the students of the law faculty to make their presentation to the alumni with the kind permission of the President UIA. Mr. President, LSS, please.
Sirs and Mass, all protocols duly observed. I am Idowu Ademola Faith. I am the immediate past president of the Law Student Society, University of Ibadan. And here's the newly inaugurated president of the society. We are greatly motivated by the excellence that the SANs who attended the Faculty of Law, University of Ibadan, have exuded. And we really want to celebrate them with this award. Thank you so much for how you put the University of Ibadan Faculty of Law on the global map. We are motivated and we are committed as well. It's not only sustaining this legacy, but also upholding it. I would love to present this to the leader, sir. The leader, sir. Thank you so much.
Mr. President, my learning friends, I call you guys my learning friends. It shall be well with you. You will attain greater heights. You will be greater than us. By the special grace of God, it shall be well with all of you. Give our love to your colleagues in the classroom. God bless you all.
Chief Akintola, let me ask you, are there occasions that or some of you have faced each other in court before? That's why the fact that you are from UI.
Several times. Our leader, Alex Sion, incidentally happened to be my classmate from the same faculty. We've had occasions several times, numerous occasions, to confront each other in court. And even at a stage, there was a time we were applying before the same judge from this same faculty. And all of us, 4 of us, Senior Advocate of Nigeria from the same faculty, the judge herself from the same faculty. So I'm looking forward to a day our president will honor all the judges from that faculty, including Court of Appeal justices from the same faculty. You see the stuff that Faculty of Law University of Ibadan is made of. We've done that several times. I hope I've answered your question.
I won't declare your answer inconclusive. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may I now humbly invite the Executive Governor for your state, Engineer Seyi Makinde, FNSA, ably represented at this event by the Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice of your state, Barrister Abiodun Aikoma. Your Excellency, sir.
the chairman of today's occasion, distinguished Senator Adedayo Adeyeye, our chief host, the Vice Chancellor of the University of Ibadan, Professor Kayode Adebowale, Fellow of the Academy of Science, member of the National Institute, the President General of the UI Alumni, Professor S.G. Nyitio, the distinguished awardees of today, ladies and gentlemen, I bring greetings from the Executive Governor for your state, His Excellency Engineer Oluseyi Abiodun Makinde, who is unavoidably absent. I honestly cannot say this is where the governor is as we speak, because the way responsibilities of office and duties take them around the world is almost inexplicable. So if the governor had told me before coming here that His Excellency was on his way to Abuja, it is possible that he is somewhere else around the globe. But nevertheless, His Excellency sends his very warm greetings to all of us here today. I'm happy that God is with us here. And apart from the fact that we know that God is everywhere, as I was standing here on this podium, and from nowhere, we had showers from heaven. I told myself that God is happy with UI. God is happy with the awardees. And indeed, God is happy with all of us. Well, I know the governor for your state, His Excellency Seyi Makinde, is a very proud alumnus of the University of Lagos, just like myself. So I would not want to go to the politics of which university is the greatest or which university is the best, because it will not be wise to do that. You know, there is something called home advantage. So we'll reserve that argument until another day. Yes. You know, a good lawyer must know when to concede an argument. He must know when to fight and when not to. But like I said, we'll go back to the argument some other time. The University of Ibadan has played a very significant, role in the socio-political development of Nigeria. And the Faculty of Law here has also contributed immensely to the history and the success of the university. For a faculty of 40 years to have 42 senior advocates, that's an average of 1 senior advocate per year. And that is very significant in the scheme of things. I'm a lawyer myself. I'm not a senior advocate, so I know what it means or what it takes to be a senior advocate. So the awardees of today have really done well. They have distinguished themselves, and they deserve all the accolades that is being showered on them today. So I think we should clap for them once again. So when the distinguished chairman of today was speaking, he spoke about the days of Billy J. Dudley. He spoke about their days in UI and what they experienced. And as I sat down there, I was asking myself, what can we do to go back to those days of B.J. Dudley? How can we redeem Nigeria and make it developmental? How can we go back to those good old days? It is possible. And in doing that, the government alone will not do it. The government, I can say, does not have the capacity to bring us back to those days. It will require the collaboration and cooperation of everybody, every stakeholder in the university project. And I'm happy that Chief Akintola has not announced anything. So I want to throw the challenge back to the awardees, because they are very rich men. Senior advocates are the richest of all lawyers. Let me expose them. So where ordinary lawyers are collecting 10 naira. They are collecting 1 million. So I know that when they get back to the university, they are going to contribute so well to the development of the Faculty of Law. So we look forward to the time when they will do that. And as a representative of the government of Oyo State, I will take back all that has been discussed here today to His Excellency, who I know is a lover of education, who believes in, helping institutions within Oyo State. And I am sure that His Excellency will get back to the university community. I should add that the university has contributed to the government of Oyo State. Our current SSG is one of you from the University of Ibadan, a professor of this university, a former deputy vice chancellor. So you have a leg in the government. And I know that if you plug it very well, whether it is electricity supply or any other need, I know that the Oyo State government will be there to support. So once again, I congratulate the awardees, and I wish all of us a very, wonderful evening. The chairman will be going to Lagos. He had told me that, and I wish him safe journey as he journeys back to Lagos. Thank you all, and God bless.
May we put our hands together once again for His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Oyo State, Engineer Oluseyi Abiodun Makinde. FNSC, thank you so much, sir. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'm directed by the chairman to do this and for the last time. Some of our UI-produced senior advocates are dead. They are not part of today's ceremony. Please, may we go on our feet as we observe a minute silence in their honor of the following dead members of UI SAM produced. Granville Abibo, SAN, former chairman, MBA, Port Harcourt, 1984 set. Alihaji Saka Abimbola Isao, SAN, former chairman, MBA, Iloni branch, and former honorable attorney general and commissioner for justice, Kwara State, and former secretary to the state government, Kwara State, 1984 set. May their departed souls rest in peace. I think there is a chairman. The gift, go and give it to him. She ceremony to one ben. Oh God. Vote of thanks. Chairman, planning committee. Ceremony one chairman gift now.
The chairman of today, Senator Dayo Adeyeye, the executive governor of Oyo State, ably represented by the Attorney General and Honorable Commissioner for Health, the Vice Chancellor. I'm sure Professor Agitayo